Hey, Facebookers. It is Sunday night. Yana of Recovery Fitness coming at ya. Hi, Andrea. Andrea, I was actually going to call you. You popped into my mind right before this feed, and I figured I was going to call after. So good to see you. Glad you joined. How are you doing? I hope you got some rollerblading in yesterday. Definitely not today, but yesterday was a perfect day for it. Hi, Kathy. Hey, guys. Hi, Holly. I am feeling super tired today, and I'm not sure why. Andrea, you did make it. Hi, Meredith. I did. Hi, Sue. I did a whole lot of nothing. I woke up later than usual. I had a really good workout. I took a nap. I read. I feel like I need another nap. Hot tube time? What is that? Hi, Paul. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Nikki. All my favorite people. Check that out. Yeah, the weather. Definitely sleepy. Hey, Jesse. Hey, guys. I had I had an interesting morning. Before I went to the gym, I decided to vacuum quick. And I was vacuuming my living room. I'm like afraid to tell this story because it freaks me out. And as I'm vacuuming, I look over my dining room and I see a mouse, like nonchalantly walking around, not even scared of the vacuum. So I don't know if I'm sheltered or not, but I've not had much experience with mice. So in my best like Xena warrior princess yell, I ran at it with the vacuum cleaner in tow, trying to get it with the vacuum cleaner. And I'm so sorry for all the animal lovers. Like, I'm an animal lover through and through. I don't think I heard it. Definitely did not get it in the vacuum. But I spent like an hour. I found it. I captured it with a bowl and a lot of yelling. And then it looked really cute to me. So I ended up, I'm a bit sheltered. Hi, Chris. Thanks, Melissa. It was like a teeny little thing and it was cute. So I'm like, I'm going to have a pet mouse. So I actually have it in a box on my table. It's not doing well, and I'm not sure why. I put some cheese in the box and water and dog food. I don't really know. But it was a really traumatic experience. I no longer want him as a pet. I'm going to let him go somewhere because I'm totally freaked out about the mouse, about the whole situation with the bowl and a lot of yelling. Yeah. I mean, if my neighbors heard me, like if my windows were down, this would have been so horrible. Scared the crap out of me. So that's how the morning started, and I wonder if I expanded like all my energy, and then the rest of the day I was just half asleep. But yeah, I don't know why I'm so asleep. Take it out to Holly. I'm so gonna do that. John, if you're on this, I'm taking this mouse to your house. I did tell all my staff, by the way. We have a group chat. So I let everyone know, and they made fun of me. I have videos. I took videos of the thing in the bowl, under the bowl, when I caught it. If you want to see some funny videos, message me afterwards. So today has been traumatic. Also, maybe he's playing possum. Hey, Will. Hey, Patrick. Hey, guys. Chris, the mouse may be paralyzed. That's what I'm hoping. I need to see that, Holly. I'm hoping it's just shock and he'll come back to normal. I mean, I yelled a lot, and I yelled at him, and I mean, we're not even going to go there. It was bad. So today, this is, I think, really fitting for kind of this time of year. I wanted to read the morning reflection from Journey to the Heart, the one I've been reading from. Hi, Karen. I really like today's reading. I've been really liking all of their readings, but this one is titled Changes in the Air, which is so true for where we are today. Just as the world around us changes and evolves, so do the circumstances and situation in our lives. Well, ain't that the truth? There's been so much change in our world, so much change in our lives, outside of the usual everyday changes we experience just as we grow and as time passes, but especially now, right? We live in a universe that is alive, vibrant, and constantly evolving. Change is the way of nature, the universe, and the divine move us through each period of our lives and our destiny. We are led to the next lesson, our next adventure. There's no need to deny change, to fear it, or fight against it. Change is inevitable. Just as the earth is in constant motion, just as the earth is constant motion and transformation, so are we. And I think it's just so spot on. We're constantly changing, we're constantly growing. This time for many of us is an opportunity to get to know each other more, ourselves more, right? To do some reflection, to grow and to change and evolve. And it keeps going back to perception. It keeps going back to attitude. There's so much to it, right? Because when we see the world as dark and negative, that's how we're going to feel, right? That's how we're going to interpret situations. But when we're inviting the change, that's inevitable, right? When we're inviting that change and we're going along with the change and accepting, right, the new norm. And is there really such thing as a norm? It's ever changing, it's ever evolving. Take your place in the universal dance, the universal rhythm. Allow change to happen. Work with it as your life unfolds. Sometimes change comes in one smashing moment, like a volcanic eruption. Ain't that the truth? And many times in our lives, but certainly the current time. Other times it happens more slowly, the way the winds and rain sculpt bridges out of canyons. And that's a beautiful thing, because change is our evolution, right? It's the evolution of humans, of time, of ourselves, right? All these really beautiful things. Learn to trust your body. Its signs, signals, warnings, and excited proclamations. How many times have we had a feeling, an intuition, this urge, deep in our stomach, in our chest, wherever you experience it, and ignored it, only to find out that we should have listened? I actually did that skiing going on 2 months ago. This is like a really simple analogy, but I'm new to skiing. I've only gone a handful of times, but I was doing pretty well, and I was with friends that are really good skiers. So I was kind of killing it on the beginner-esque, right, hills, and they decided to go up one level to the next harder level. And I thought, like, everything in my body, everything was saying, don't do it, don't do it, right? But I folded, and I did. I ended up going down, and I took a fall, and actually really hurt my knee. I have a sprain in one of the ligaments, and it's not like really healing. I have MRIs and different things. So here are the dogs. Right, had I just listened to that inner voice, a lot of times we're given guidance, we're given direction if we only listen. And we let the gathering clouds warn us of impending storms, and we learn to study and predict tremors in the earth. In much the same way, our body can function as a barometer for our soul and its place in the constantly changing and evolving universe. I know that's so true for me. Throughout my time, throughout history, like our body has a way of telling us things, right? Of sending us messages, of showing us our next steps or our actions. It really does serve as a barometer, right? Think of the simple kind of human emotions: fear, fight or flight, automatic responses. I don't think about a lot of things. They just kind of happen naturally. But if I trust that inner voice, if I trust that barometer, I could have avoided a whole lot. And really, before entering sobriety, I think I still at times had that barometer. I knew what was right from what was wrong, to some extent, but I clouded it out. Drugs and alcohol just took all of that away from me. I wasn't able to act on the right or wrong. I wasn't able to, or I was not able to act on the right, really. I wasn't able to control my substance use. It really took over, So in sobriety, I've developed this barometer, developed this way of tuning in to my body, listening for those intuitions. Because when I'm in tune, the messages come. I'm led and I'm guided to the next right action. You are open now, more sensitive than you've been before. Change is coming. Change is coming. It's here. You can feel it in the air. You could feel it in yourself. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely feel that change. I feel just exponential growth on the horizon. What change in seasons, right? The changes that bring new growth and new life, and springtime into summertime. It's just like a beautiful, beautiful time, right? Seeing flowers blossom and bloom, but more so on a deeper level. The changes that each and every one of us are facing and how we're going to emerge different, right? We always emerge different. Every experience shapes us, shapes our subconscious, shapes our conscious, right? Our daily lives. So I'm excited for the change. I've learned to also be excited for the really uncomfortable things, the painful things. Excited and happy or looking forward to them are different. But when I'm going through it, the excitement, and I have to keep that at the forefront, the excitement is because I know that's how I grow. I know I'm going to come out of this experience stronger, different, more informed. I'm going to be changed, forever changed. So that's where that excitement comes in. I see Melissa, even when I was using, I had that inner barometer, right? Like maybe you weren't able to act on it, right? I know I couldn't act on it. But I had this little voice, this feeling. I just couldn't bring myself to act on it or to listen to it. Jeffrey, hi. Good to see you. I see John joined us. Margaret, hey guys. Hi Betsy. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of people. Jake, Rena, hi. My mom, Elena, hi. By the way, last week I said my mom is 70. She is not. She is 69, and I'm in a lot of trouble. Sorry, Mom. I'll remember for next time, for sure. Meredith, I struggle with that because I don't want my anxious thoughts to hold me back from doing something great and possibly missing out on great opportunity. But then again, I definitely had many, many times when I should have gone with my gut. Yeah, just for me, my gut has never led me wrong. Even you may or may not be able to relate like that. If you're getting into it with someone, or maybe if you're not, and you're about to send a text message, and you know in your gut you shouldn't do it, but that impulse wins over and you rifle off some message that you later regret. The second you hit the send button, you regret and you wish you could take it back, but you can't, right? But that little voice inside of us tells us not to do it. And then we have that power of choice, right? We can not do it, right? And it's a double negative, but we choose to send the message. And simply knowing that you have power is incredibly empowering. Holly, yep, with a throw up face. Yeah, oof, that's happened plenty of times. Melissa wrote, I am empathic, so I need to shut that down while using, but let it in a little at a time. Yeah, yeah, because it could be really overpowering and overwhelming until you become more accustomed or more comfortable or more in tune, whatever that may be, right? Oops, a couple of books here. So the last little, I don't know if it's prayer or just thought for the day is thank your body for helping you. Thank the universe for what it is about, to do. Then thank God because change will bring you closer to love. I really like that. And I don't know, my thoughts are all over, but that book I keep mentioning, Viktor Frankl, Search for Meaning, when he talks about meaning, right, because that just said, bring us closer to love. And so when Viktor Frankl talks about meaning, he talks about the importance of nourishing one's inner freedom, embracing the value of beauty and nature, art, poetry, and literature, and feeling love for family and friends. And he talks about this, where is it, on the other page? I've underlined a bunch. I'm on a mission today. Oh, where did I put it? So there's 3 things that he identifies as what brings meaning. One is through work. One is through nature, through appreciating the beauty in nature. And the third one is love. And that's how we find meaning. And he talks about meaning comes from within, right? It is we ourselves who must answer the questions that life asks of us. And to the questions we can respond only by being responsible for our existence, right? The meaning is internal. We find meaning not in our jobs, right? We talked about that. We may be not mistakenly, because that's a word that has a judgment kind of attached to it. But we may be looking for meaning in the wrong places, right? In a job, in money, in material world, in other people, right? But that meaning comes from within. It's something that we create through our experiences and our attitudes, right? So here's another one of those about attitudes. Personal. But other personal choices, activities, relationships, hobbies, and even simple pleasures can also give meaning to life. Why then do some people find themselves feeling so empty, right? If we have all these opportunities, if we're presented with all these gifts, why are some people still feeling empty, right? So Frankl's wisdom here is worth emphasizing. It is a question of the attitude one takes towards life challenges and opportunities, both large and small. A positive attitude enables a person to endure suffering and disappointment as well as enhance enjoyment and satisfaction. Right? Suffering, pain is necessary, right? Suffering is optional, but through suffering, we find peace, right? So this isn't saying we're gonna, be happy, right? Actually, this book talks about the fallacy of seeking happiness, more specifically to North American kind of thought. A positive attitude enables a person, I read that. A negative attitude intensifies pain and deepens disappointment. It undermines and diminishes pleasure, happiness, and satisfaction. It may even lead to depression or physical illness. And it goes on a little bit down the page. Positive emotions, expectations, and attitude enhance our immune system, right? So there's science behind it. There's research behind it. And of course, easier said than done, always, right? I'm not saying just have a positive attitude and everything goes away. And I'm not discounting mental illness or things of that nature. It's more of the things that we can do ourselves, some insight, some understanding that could help us view the world in a different light, right? What book are you reading from? The Daily Reader is by Melody Beattie, and it's called Journey to the Heart. And the other book that I read the piece about attitude and search for meaning is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Is it really? Is it not? Is it not the same bug? The same book, I'm guessing. Sorry. But I told John about this book, or actually, I can't even say that. He kept being told about this book, and then when I finally brought it up, he was like, "It's a sign. I gotta read it." So he told me that he finally ordered it and read it the other day, and was just so blown away by it. It's a really, really powerful book. And let's see, Daniel, been practicing prayer and meditation lately, finding inner peace. Need to get back on my work grind, but been loving the recovery videos. Thank you. Much love. Yeah, I've been loving these videos and you guys quite a bit. This is probably the most awake I've been, minus the mouse fiasco. I would show you the mouse, but it's really gross. I think this is more of like offline conversation. I mean, gross in that I'm not sure if it's dead or alive, but that's a separate issue. So message me after if you're curious. But Melissa wrote, I'm a glass half full kind of girl, and I realize that I have a lot less stress than other people that think differently, and read it like less than a week, so must be a good book. And he read it in less than a week. Yeah, it's a really, really good book. I absolutely loved it. But it's in our perception, it's in our attitude. And I know I probably sound like a broken record because I say this all the time, but a lot of times it's to remind myself to keep my attitude kind of in check. Lately I've been waking up with a bad attitude and I recognize it. So I keep trying to kind of reflect on that, stay in meditation, stay in Kathy with the mouse emojis. Try to stay in, figure out what's going on. One thing is I'm trying to quit smoking. And I think it's like a little bit of nicotine withdrawal when I wake up. But there's that, right? And then there's trying to figure out why I'm feeling so irritated. And where is my meaning coming from? Where is my why coming from? And where is that attitude, right? The glass half full. Because I would say that I've been doing pretty okay with it, with being, on lockdown or whatever you want to call it, and just being in acceptance. So when I wake up, I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. Probably the same irritability that we all face and the ups and downs of it. But I'm not okay with it. So, I mean, let me rephrase that. I'm not okay waking up with a negative attitude because I know the impact it has on me emotionally, physically. Screw quitting. Be the observer, but yes, probably nicotine withdrawal. Yeah, I don't like waking up that way. So I'm trying to just figure out and change my attitude, because it's not just about me. It's not just my attitude, but it impacts everyone around me, everyone I interact with, and it sets the tone. So, just know that we're human, right? We're all human. We make mistakes. We're fallible. But the real beauty of it is we can grow and make it change our attitudes, change our perceptions. Sadie, at least you recognize it. Yeah. Because it's, I talk about kind of wanting to live by a certain set of principles, right? And when I wake up in a crappy mood and I'm walking around the house kind of grumpy, that's not how I want to kind of live my life, right? So it's no longer, doesn't align with who I want to be. And meditation, I've been practicing short meditations, but I guess it's a start. I know it's so important. But anyway, guys, be kind to yourselves, be gentle, embrace the change, embrace the growth, be excited for new opportunities, for new chapters, and just let things be exactly as they are, right? Or let things unfold as they are, because we can fight and we cannot fight. And unfortunately right now, other than doing our part, we can't change the circumstances or the situation we're in, right? In terms of being locked in our houses. So practice some acceptance, some self-love always. Message me for funny mouse videos. And I hope you have a great night. Thank you, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.